Meme coins are absolutely exploding right now. We're seeing Bonk up 159% in a week, which is huge for its market cap. And we also see Pepe up 705%, which is crazy. So congrats to anyone that was in Pepe. I mean, we're currently just seeing the meme coins absolutely explode right now. And that kind of means that we're getting those retail FOMO investors come back in. They don't really know anything about crypto. They just see a random meme coin posted somewhere and they just kind of pile in. And that's the kind of market we're in right now. But you're not here to talk about meme coins, you're here to talk about ICP. And what does this mean for ICP? Well, anyway guys, before we get into it, if you like the information, I like to try and provide something a little bit different, sometimes a bit negative, but this one's going to be very positive. So do like and subscribe, it really helps. But anyway, let's get into it. So what does this mean for ICP really? Well, if you're like me, you've been investing in crypto since the earlier days, so a lot of you probably would have got in here if you have been investing in meme coins. And now we're getting all those retail FOMO investors coming in. It's making a lot of money for those smart money early investors. And where are those smart money people going to invest their money once they make all the profits from Pepe? They're going to put it into the large cap cryptos that they actually believe in. And one of those, I think, is ICP. It's got a very dedicated community. It has incredibly ambitious goals, probably the most ambitious in the crypto space. And it slowly is pulling those off. It's starting to become more decentralized. It's starting to get more application, more apps built on the platform. So in theory, these people that are making all of these profits in Pepe, that are the smart money that got in early, they're going to be looking to cash out. They're going to push the price down with their massive bags, and they're going to look to move that into the large cap. So we haven't actually seen those large caps start to move yet. I know that ICP has actually moved quite a bit in the last few days. We had a rise from around 13.4-ish to actually the peak of 16.5, but this is still micro movements, guys, and the market cap is still only 7 billion. It's still pretty small. And we haven't really seen this push into these coins yet as we have for the meme coins. So a lot of the smart money is just going to ride the meme coins as much as they can, start to take profits from that and start to put it into projects that they really like, such as ICP, Render, Filecoin, etc. So we actually haven't seen the moves in these coins as expected yet. So if you are holding, I think you're about to see some really nice movements to the upside. And the most interesting thing is actually we've seen this rally come in on Bitcoin a lot faster than we've expected. And a lot of that's actually to do with the ETF. So as we discussed before, 71% of the current influx into Bitcoin has been from big money through the ETF. And as you can see, a lot of the wallets are actually over 100k. I'm not going to bring up the data again because I did discuss it on a previous video. And that leaves us in a very different situation to last time. A lot of it was just driven by URI or some big institutional money that were actually willing to get into crypto. But this ETF has actually opened that up to a lot more people. Institutional money are starting to get into it more. And a lot of banks are actually starting to get jealous of the BlackRock ETF. You can see that Bank of America, Wells Fargo offer Bitcoin ETF products for clients. So we've started to see money that we've never even seen touch crypto before, which is pretty crazy. And again, what does that mean? Well, think about it. If everyone has been holding the smart money from the earlier days, they've been holding Bitcoin, they've been holding Ethereum, etc. All of this new money from institutional investors is going to push the old smart money's crypto portfolios significantly higher. And they're going to look to take that profits out, and that money is going to go into projects that they love. And what other projects are they going to love other than something like ICP? Obviously, it has a massive community. So I still think we're yet to see the real pumps in these large caps. We're obviously seeing the pumps within Bitcoin and Ethereum due to the sort of influx of institutional money, mostly in Bitcoin. And we're starting to see those meme coins pump because we're starting to get in those FOMO retail investors come into crypto. So we just need that smart money to start to take their profits and start to put it into the large caps, which they think have a longer chance of success. Because I mean, in theory, these meme coins are not meant to last. They don't really have any purpose. And if you are looking to get into ones that have pumped 700-800% in the last month, you're probably going to lose money. Maybe you'll make a bit at the start, but it could quite easily go against you. And this is my opinion, not financial advice. In terms of actual investments, you're going to be wanting to look to get into something like ICP or any other large caps that you believe in. Best to spread yourself between those because these are the ones that are going to come next when people take those profits and put it in. And if we look at the Bitcoin trends, you can actually see it start starting to pick up a lot. We're still nowhere near where we were in 2021, which is pretty crazy. So we still got a lot of run on this market. Now, I don't know what's coming next. And when things are very euphoric, people tend to get a bit greedy, and that's when they start to get a bit hurt. So I don't know where it's going to go from here, but I do think that in the large caps, you are the most safest, like ICP particularly, because these haven't really moved much yet, and I still think we have a run to at least $50 in this bull run, so we still have a ways to go, and I feel like these have the least downside of everything. Currently in Bitcoin, I feel like we potentially may see a pullback as we start to get to that all-time high. If we break that all-time high, if we just pass it, I feel like a lot of people will liquidate at that point, just because maybe they've been holding since the top, or they just maybe think that it could struggle there. So there's a potential for a pullback there. People would take those profits, again, putting them into ICP, etc. So also the meme coins, obviously they rallied a lot lately. If you missed that boat, probably kind of missed it. There might be a few more, and there was one I discussed on a previous video which I still think has a massive run to go, but those ones are purely speculation. I feel like investments in the large cap stocks have the biggest potential for almost guaranteed returns, whereas your meme coins, I still think Bitcoin obviously will run to 100k, but I still think there's a potential for a pullback there. It's been rallying so much, so your best bet in my opinion is to get into these large caps like ICP, because we just still have a great run for that. And it's looking good. I feel like we should disconnect from where our project is and just look at its kind of goals, because people want to invest into the future of Web3, and ICP could very well be that future if its ambitious goals come to fruition. But I mean, what is ICP doing in the meantime? Well, ICP has been pioneering roles in shaping the future of CBDCs, real-world assets, and global financial markets, because it has that platform that anyone can kind of build anything quite easily, and it is very decentralized in terms of its nodes. People are actually investing their time and effort and money into building projects on the ICP network, and because they have reverse fees, it's much easier for people to interact with them, because they don't have to pay fees for using the applications on the ICP network. That fee, that money that the app will get, will come in different ways, perhaps through like a subscription or something like that, typical kind of like the internet. This just kind of shows that ICP is starting to get into a lot of new areas, such as obviously these ones, and that is just because obviously it takes quite a while for people to build the applications, start to test these applications, and that is going to take time. And I think obviously by the next bull market, we will absolutely see a lot of new projects doing very well within ICP, similar to Solana, but potentially in different areas, just because it is much easier to develop on the ICP network when compared to Solana. So a lot to come, guys. I think we got this huge rally in ICP to come. It's not necessarily going to be driven by new projects and things. It's just going to be driven by belief that this project has the capacity to do very well. And I think if you are holding ICP, don't get this FOMO about these other projects. Oh my God, I missed this, I missed that, because you are just going to get burned. It's just holding your ground and just sticking to it, because it's going to come. People just cycle their money round and round. You're just at the top, probably going to see the bottom if you stay in it. So it's a good time to be in it, and I still think we got a nice run, even though we've just started, but still very early days, guys. I still think we at least got another 8 to 9 months on this run bull market, but it could be very different this year with institutional money. They're not going to want to see their portfolios diminish by 50-60% in the crypto winter, or maybe they've kind of accepted that's kind of the cycle. I don't know how it's going to be. We haven't seen that yet. So if Bitcoin doesn't drop because all these ETF investors have come in, it could be a very different winter. It's interesting to see what happens. This is uncharted territory for crypto, and I'm pretty excited for what's about to come. But anyway, guys, if you do like the information, like and subscribe. I really appreciate it.